Welcome to the Mac Woodshop. We have a number of different tools here. We have a belt sander, a router table, and we have a joiner and planer for all of your wood shaping needs. And over here we have community nuts and bolts and screws if your project necessitates that. We ask that if you use more than your fair share that you replace it as you are able. We also have a community wood cart if your project, again, demands it or can benefit from it. However, similar thing to the nuts and bolts, we ask that if you use more than your fair share that you also replace that as well. We have an upgraded table saw stop. This is a special tool that has technology that can sense conductivity, wet lumber, pressure treated lumber, wet glue, and some nails and fasteners will set off the table saw, protecting you, also your fingers. So be aware, work within that, and you can learn more about the soft stop table saw. We also have a nice crosscut sled that enables larger pieces to fit than would otherwise be able to be cut. In using the table saw, one of the first and most important parts of the process, both for yourself later and for the staff here, is dust collection. It's incredibly important to collect your dust as you go so that you don't have an uphill battle later. To start, we need to make sure that the table saw is plugged in to an outlet. Down here, we're going to turn the table saw on and have get a steady green light to show that the blade is ready to go. Come over here, red handle on the far side, bubble level to set your measurement. We're going to do 4.5. Lock that down. Make sure your blade is at the right height. You can swing the blade guard up. Handle underneath here to adjust the height of the table saw blade. You're going to want your table saw blade about 1/4 inch above your material. Flip that back down. Pull the paddle out to turn on the blade. Push the paddle in to turn off the blade. Dust collection. Once you've finished with your cut and the table saw blade has come to a stop, give it a beat. This is a soft stop, so it can still sense it. Then clear your pieces. When you're finished for the day, remember to turn the table saw blade off and disconnect the hose for the dust collection. We also have a double bevel sliding compound miter saw, incredibly helpful for, if you're replacing your deck or you're changing out your subfloor or something like that, any kind of project necessities. This is a great tool that we're very glad to have. To adjust the miter saw, you press down with your thumb and rotate this around. To lock it into a specific angle, you push down on this front handle. When you're operating the miter saw, because it's sliding, you want to come out, down, and back. Coming down straight away, coming down straight away will have the tendency to run on you, and that's a safety hazard. When operating the miter saw, always make sure you're using the dust collection here in the vacuum. Turn it on before each cut and turn it off after each cut. We also have in our shop here a lathe that you can turn different bowls, pens, whatever kind of project suits your fancy. And then we have a number of hand tools for your project that you might need or your home improvement. If you borrow a tool or you walk off, say with your safety glasses or something, that can be found in these black boxes here. If you take something out, we ask that you bring it back with some degree of haste so that others can enjoy it as well. Here, normally we have some cordless drills that we can borrow and use for projects, different kind of bits. We have our routers down here along the bottom shelf. Over here is more blades and a little bit of tape. We also have different power tools, sanders on the bottom here as well. Normally there's going to be more drill bits and drill bits here for the drill press, as you would like. Here we have our bandsaw, the bathroom, and the air compressor. The air compressor is run to a single line, but we have hoses that you can take to any of the 3 different workshop benches to help complete your project with. Most of our tools are used, so please be patient with them. They all have their own quirks. Take some time, learn the tool, make sure you know how to use the tool before using the tool. For safety here in the shop, most people come to the Mac with 10 fingers, 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 lungs, and we try and keep it that way. Here at the Mac, we've invested in different safety options, whether you're needed dust mask, some eye protection, ear protection. We have a variety of different things. Most of them can be found in this black bin here, along with gloves, more dust masks, and in-ear foam ear protection. My name is Peter Summers. I create at the Mac here as well. You can find me every so often, but if you want a more reliable source, you can go to the front desk. They'll be happy to help you out here. I do teach a couple classes here as well, some table saw and miter saw classes, and some other tools around for better use and more information on each. We hope you have a safe time, a good time, and we hope that you create beautiful things here at the Mac.